Good morning, students. I'm your geography teacher, and again I'm come up with another chapter and explanation. That is chapter number 9. Chapter is withering and denudations. So what all we gonna be covered through this chapter? That is withering, erosion, gradation, withering types. If we talk about the mechanical withering, chemical withering, biological withering, and also the effects of withering, destructive and constructive, and what is the meaning of denudation, agent of denudations like river and wind. We'll cover all these things during the chapter content and chapter explanation. So let us start with the withering or denudation. If we talk about the withering, that is breaking down of rocks. Denudation is a removing earth's layer, or denudation in the words if we are trying to define, that is the process of breaking up or removing the earth's surface through the erosion and withering. It's called the denudation. Okay, so let's just try to understand what's the the withering also. The earth having its physical feature, as we already know, consists of different landforms such as mountain, plateau, plains and valleys. So withering, a simple word, the breaking down or wearing away of the rock particle that exists on the earth's surface is called withering. So let's talk about the way, the process, how many types of the classifications of these withering and denudation. That is internal process and external process. Internal, that internal word make us understand itself, that it is everything that is inside the earth surface or earth layer. It's called internal process. Let's compare it as in breaking down or withering. So internal process, if we talk about that, the withering, that could be a sudden or gradual. Gradual means the slowly. Okay, may be the result of earthquake, volcanic eruption, shifting of tectonic plates, etc. That cause what? Faulting or folding mountain of earth's crust, which is we further known like mountain and different landforms. This all the process comes through the internal process of withering. We talk about the external process, that is such as agent of the withering or folding down of earth's crust, such as with the help of the agent such as that is river, glacier, winds or waves, and these are the agent belongs to the naturally, that exists in the nature by its own. It's called that also known as natural agent. So the process of the external process of the withering down or wearing away of rock material with the help of the natural agent like weather, river, glacier and winds, etc. is called external process of withering. Now separately we just understand what the term withering, erosion and gradation. So if we talk about the withering is the process of wearing away or breaking down the gradually disintegration or gradually breaking down rocks by the agent present in the atmosphere such as temperature, humidity changes, frost. And we talk about the erosion, that erosion is the process of breaking down of rocks by agent of the surface, by agents on the surface of the earth, जैसे कि for example running water, glaciers, winds, waves. So again if we define the erosion process in the simple words, so the process of breaking down of rocks on the surface of the earth with the help of agent like running water, glacier and wind is called erosion. Now the gradation, the driving force behind the gradation. For this we have to understand the the process, the mechanism behind it. This sort of breaking process, that is the driving force behind the movement of erosion material. from high to low area. Is the force of, is just because of happen the its gravity force. Okay, but before this gravity force, this gravity force, the rock material has to be broken, eroded, transport or deposit. So the whole this dynamic process is known as gradation. Withering types. We talk about the withering types. It's classified into few types. That is, first is disintegration. So disintegration, the process of physical breakup or physically breaking down of rocks into the small particles without changing in chemical composition or nature of these minerals. If we talking about the chemical without changing in the chemical nature, it means the composition of minerals that exists in the rock is called disintegration. Again, simple words, the process of breaking down of the rocks into the small particle without changing any change in the chemical composition of the minerals that exists in the earth crust is called disintegration. Decomposition we talk about is just opposite of the disintegration. That the simple word, the physical breakup of rocks into the parts with changing in the chemical composition of the minerals. Yani where it means in disintegration there is no change in the chemical composition of the minerals, and here in the terms of decomposition, here the chemical change is possible. Okay, so now mechanical withering also known as physical withering. So it's further classified or different process, that is block disintegration. That is the example of the mechanical or physical withering. So what is block disintegration stands for? Let's see. The process or cause of freezing of water in the night and melting during the daytime result in the rock getting broken up along the joint, as in joint. It's called block integration. Again, in the definition, the process or the cause of the breaking down of the rocks into the blocks is just because of the freezing and melting water through the day and night. It's called block integration. Granule, we can say granules means English means the gravels, this छोटे कंकर, that is gravel. So granular disintegration, as it stands by its name also, that breaking down into smaller particle is a simply example of granular disintegration. What is it? So breaking down of the rocks into the different minerals due to the temperature varies in summer and winter, and during the day and night is called granular disintegration. Again, let me just repeat the definition of it. The breaking down of the rocks into the different minerals due to what? The temperature varies in temperature through summer and winter and through day and night. This process is known as granular disintegration. If we talk about the exfoliation, before understanding these terms, we have seen the onion, the domestic onion. That onion consists with the several layers. Okay, so when we try to peel off this onion, what we usually do, that we just taking that layer of the onion out as in terms of the peeling it. So the same way, if this sort of process or this sort of things happening in terms of the withering down the rocks in the same way of the peeling of onion is the same example of exfoliation. So in words, if we try to define it, so what is it? So peeling off or breaking down of rocks into the layer or due to extreme heat absorption by the surface layer of rocks is called exfoliation. So we talk about the frost action. Next example of mechanical or physical weathering. So breaking down the rocks due to the natural agent like temperature and water caused frost action. Okay, so now we just take you all guys for chemical weathering. What does it stand for? So chemical weathering, the changing the composition of minerals present in the rocks is called as a chemical weathering. So now let's talk about the classification of the chemical weathering. First is oxidation. What this oxidation stands for and what is the exactly oxidation process? The process by which minerals present in the rocks absorb oxygen from the air. This causes oxidation, or this known as the oxidation process. If we talk about the example, when we can see in the this process of color of yellow, what we can see through this example or through the process we have usually seen around us, the rock change its color to yellow. Sometimes we have seen also brown to red and break us into powdery mass. So just because of the oxidation take place in regard of breaking down the rocks, what we usually see the change in the in rocks, particular rocks, that the color would be changed to yellow, brown or red, or break us into powdery mass, just a powder. Carbonation. What is the carbonation process? Let's see. So the process of carbon dioxide, the absorption process of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere by minerals present in the rocks is called carbonation. Let's talk about the example of the carbonation process to make this terms more clear, understand. So rainwater, let's process example first, that is rainwater contain carbon dioxide in solution as it absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Next, if we talk about rainwater, we have seen the rainwater falls on the limestone rock. When this rainwater falls on the limestone rocks, what happens? The calcium carbonate present in the rock absorbs carbon dioxide from the rainwater and becomes calcium bicarbonate. So these are the sheer examples of the carbonation process. And we talk about the particular rock as an example, that is rock salt and the gypsum. Third classification of the chemical weathering is hydration. Hydration. Let's see what is hydration. Hydration is the process by which some minerals in crystalline form, let's say a very small crystals. So crystalline form absorb water and become a powdery mass. This process known as hydration, or this sort of process. With the help of this sort of process, the breaking down is known as hydration breaking down. So if we talk about the example, that is feldspar is the sheer example of the hydration process. Now we talk about the acid rain as well. This is also example of the hydration. So acid rain contains acid from dissolved industries, gases such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide that cause widespread damage to soil, plants and building. So this was the example to make understand the live example of the hydration that usually found in the rock or changing rock's position. Now we talk about the biological weathering. What is biological weathering? Firstly, let me just make you understand or tell you about the biological process, that it could be a both sort of weathering, that is physical as well as chemical weathering. And if we try to define the biological weathering in the words, so what is it? The process of breaking down of rocks by the action of living organisms like plants, growing animal and human is known as biological weathering. And again, it's a process include the both process like physical and the chemical weathering. Let's talk about the causes that create biological weathering, that is first humans. So human activities like deforestation, mining and quarrying encourage weathering of rocks exposed on the surface. In simple words, we must have seen that when trees are cut and binding action of the roots of the trees no longer present, then what happens? Rocks get exposed to sun and rain. That withering takes place rapidly. Next is plants. Plants produce their roots through the joints in the rocks, and what happens then? As the plant grows, then as well as the plants are getting grow, the joints of that exist in the rock crack, that gets also widened or in the larger form. So this leaking, in other words, if you try to define this example, that leaking or seepage of water may cause chemical weathering. Decay of plant remain like flower, leaves, etc. result the formation of organic acid, which may react the minerals present in the rocks. Okay, so in simple words, we must have seen that the rock, there was a little plant that start to growing. So as soon as the plants getting grow, the root of this plant of particular carrot that exists in the cracks of the rocks is also getting larger. So this caused again a biological weathering. If we talk about the animal, how they coordinate, how they contribute. So earthworms, ants, burrowing animals like rats and rabbits, what they do, make passage below the ground and seepage of air. Because of the they make usually passage through the ground or rocks that cause seepage of air and water through this passage, and again resulting the weathering of rocks. If we talk about the destructive effect of weathering or effect of weathering, that is divided by two categories, that is destructive and the constructive. Destructive effect of weathering is just so most important or common. Destructive effect of the weathering is landslide. Usually what is landslide? Landslides are more common during the rainy season as water seeps through the particles and reduce friction between the rocks that cause the landslides. If we talk about the constructive effects of the weathering, that is formation of soil. Just because of this sort of weathering, why we have the positive advantage, just because of due to this formation of soil of agricultural activity, new minerals are formed due to the chemical weathering, which benefit economic activity. Also minerals are exposed and mining them becomes easier. Building material like limestone and cement also are available due to this constructive effect of weathering. So duning meaning, which we have already covered in the start of the chapter, let's recapitulate it again. The process of the breaking up and removing the earth's surface through the erosion and weathering called denudation. We talk about the agent of denudation, that is river and wind. So first we covered river. So river has an origin. If we try to understand the origin of the river has its origin from various sources like lake, glacier, mountain, or even the underground water which exists inside the earth. So stage of river courses, let's we just cover to understand stages of river courses. The first is upper courses. Upper courses. Okay, first before covering all the courses of the river, let me just get you all guys clue for the some important topic, that is the journey of river from its source. So if any water body or river journey from its source, the source known as beginning point, to its mouth we talk about that it belongs to where the river enters into the sea. So again, this was the important to before make you guys understand about the river courses, that where a place where the river or any water body starts from, that is called the beginning. And mouth, if you talk about the mouth, where or a place where the river enters into the sea is called mouth. So let's cover now the courses of the river. So upper courses first. In the upper courses, what happened? River flows along an uneven surface. Uneven matlab not same, and leads to intensive bottom erosion. That leads the formation of V-shaped valleys, rapids, waterfalls, valleys, etc. Middle course, if we talk about in the middle course, the erosive power of river reduce as it enter the plain. So as well as the water body or the flow of the river, any rivers enter into the plain, it lose or lost its power of flow, and transportation become important, leading to the formation of flood plain. So just because of the middle course, what caused the flood plains. We talk about the lower course. So lower course, in the lower course, what happened? The river velocity is very low, yani the speed of the river is very low. Thus, the river loses most of its erosive power. Erosive power, if we talk about what is erosive power? Erosive power, the power of the water that consists the small particle along with it as per its flow. It's called erosive power, and flows in a sluggish manner. This river at the stage does little of erosion, just because obviously that if the flowing water having the low capacity or low velocity, then what happens? The short of erosion is very little or no erosion. So next is wind. So another example or the denudation or agent, that is wind. So what is wind? Basically, wind is agent of denudation. What is as per this? Wind transports particles of minerals, which also help to transport the particles of the minerals like sand, dust. Minerals, sand, dust, when they are in the dry state. Dry state means unprotected by vegetation cover. This condition commonly occurs in the desert and semi-desert region of the world. That is cause of denudations by the wind. Again, let me just repeat it again. Wind transport particles of minerals, sand, dust, etc. when they are in the dry state. Dry state means unprotected area by the vegetation cover. So all through this phenomenon commonly occurs in the desert and semi-desert region, which is the cause of denudation or breaking down. So let's cover just because of the wind, what sort of the landforms or different landforms are formed. That is deflations, hollow. क्या होते हैं ये? When the winds carry sand over long distance, depressions are formed on the surface. These depressions are called deflations, hollow. If we talk about the sand dunes, a hub or a large storage of sand in a particular area is called dune. Is a hill of sand in a desert region. Sand dunes are formed in open desert when the wind takes and forms one place and deposit to another. It means sand dunes what? A hill of sand usually found in the open desert area. Or what? In this process, the particles of the sands come from the one place and deposit to the another. If we talk about the Bachins, what is it? Very large sand dunes with long extensive horns projecting out from two ends are known as branches. So hope this, all the particles, all the content related to the chapter, you learn a lot, and it's time to again memorizing or make you guys understand related to the question as well, as we already discussed in the previous chapter's explanation also. Thus the explanation of chapter somehow help you guys out to memorizing the answer in a better way. And if we talk about the answer, so these are the chapter 9 question answers of the questions which we have already forwarded to you by some medium. So again, let me just memorize, explain the questions. So first question says, what does withering mean? Withering means, what is the mean of withering and gradation? We talk about the answer. Withering is the breaking down of rocks and the earth surface by the action of rainwater, extreme of temperature and biological activity, while the process of breaking, transportation, spouting and deposition of rocks is called gradation. Name two major types of withering. Then there are two types of withering, that is mechanical and chemical. The two process of which are involved in the gradation process are namely withering and transportation. Third, describe how change of a temperature lead to withering. Describe how change of temperature, it means we have to define the change of temperature leading the withering process. Okay. Next question, what is exfoliation? That we have taken the example in terms of the explanation. Explain exfoliation, that onion one example. Next question, how does frost action causing withering? So now we have to define in the withering process how the frost action contribute. Next question, name the different process of chemical withering. Chemical, we have to define here the classification of the different process of chemical withering. Now what is hydration? Define here about the hydration. Describe the work of plants as agent of withering. So we have to what we have to define here or describe work of plant as an agent of withering. Next question, which human activity lead to withering of rocks? So here what we have covered as an answer already in the previous pages, that is deforestation, mining, quarrying. These were the activities that leads to withering of rocks. State of effect of withering. Now we have covered already two effects of withering, that is destructive, in which we have covered landslides, and the constructive, any positive factor as well. What happens when the river is in upper course? So here what we have to define or make the examiner understand the when and why the upper course. What happens when the river is the upper course? When the river exists in the upper course, then what happens? This we have to define. How is waterfall formed? Waterfall formation, we have to define the criteria also. Here the next question, define what we have to define: withering, exfoliation, carbonation, frost action and oxidation. Discussion of the formation. In this question we have to define the formation of V-shaped valley, archings, deflection hollow, meanders and sand dunes. And the next question, what we have to define? Actually we have to distinguish between the physical weathering and chemical weathering, granular disintegration or block disintegration, solution and hydration. Here all the question having what require? The reason. So first question says change of temperature leads to the physical weathering. So how we have to be defined with what all reason the temperature leads to physical weathering. Next question, also we have to present with the reason. Presence of water aids chemical withering. In third question also we have to define the reason of human activities encouraging weathering. Next question, climate is the most important factor of soil formation. Here also we have to present the reason. And then last question is continuing with the optional. That is, which one of the following is an example of physical weathering? That is frost action. Next question asks, which one of the following is an example of chemical withering? That is solution. So here with the explanation of chapter and the question answer as well, will help you guys more to memorizing the answer and the chapter content as well. So hope you enjoy and learn this video.